Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing. Yes, it's a very special day it is. Yes, Beta 3 is imminently about to drop. Unfortunately, that does mean that we've all been kicked out of the Elite Dangerous servers. But never mind, we've got something special. Yay! Some Frontier Elite 2. Yay! This will keep us going for the short while. So, most of you now have seen the ridiculously large changelog that we've got. My word. It's not patch notes, it's a patch book. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely huge. So we're going to go over some of that in a second. Beta 3 is probably the biggest update they have done so far. It's absolutely shed load of stuff in there. And I just cannot wait to see it. It's going to be so cool. Greetings, Commanders. Titus, Ryan, great to see you here. Yes, hopefully as soon as the servers are updated and we can get on, I will be demoing Beta 3 rather than just talking about Beta 3. But for the time being, I have a mission to do. Yes, I must get to the Delta Pavionis system and deliver this package, which has been sat in my Viper for what seems like a year, at least. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I actually sat and played Frontier Elite 2. Sirfanius, you wanted to play straight after work and you forgot about the patch. Yes, today is a big day. Today is the biggest day, and I cannot wait for it. We will go over that shortly, once I've destroyed my hull. Oh no, I've just whoops, because I'm not reversing. There we go. Oh, whoops. Yes, it's been a while since I've played this. Let's get down and deliver this go. Delta Pavionis system. Now, one of the things that was simpler in this was you didn't have to worry about where you were taking the goods to. Obviously now in Elite Dangerous you've got to take it to the specific locations I asked for in the mission. Let's get that up and going. There we go. Well, see, this is a huge graphical update to Elite Dangerous. I jest. So yes, some of the biggest new things that have been added in, new features and content, which we're going to see in Beta 3 shortly. New ship, an Imperial Clipper, and the Federal Drop Ship have been added. I'm hoping that the hint of Imperial Clipper means we might seem to see a bit more of Imperial space. Fingers crossed. I think it will go out. But we know that the bubble's expanding. We're going from 570 systems to just over 2,400 star systems, which is insane. That is a huge amount of space. And now I never got through all of the systems in Beta 2, so I don't stand a chance in Beta 3. That's just insane. Right, let's get this. Oh, this is gonna cost me. Yes, there's no repair all button. Be grateful for better UIs in newer games. Davik, greetings, I see you. Fiery Toad is here! You are a legend, sir. I can't believe you were streaming so long today. As always, legendary. Yes, I thought I would get back to the good old days, where we all came from, you know, why we are all so crazy nuts about this now. No federal military jobs to take, damn it. Ban military drives? No thank you. I like my military drive. It's gotta be something. So it's quite funny when I go back to this and I realise it's like, yes, this is just like the new mission system. Cool. No, nothing worth doing. Okay, let's have a wander around. Remind myself of what key bindings I can use in the galaxy map. Nikamak, yes, this is Beta 3, the huge graphical update to it. We've gone back to traditional pixels and wireframes, you know, just for fun. Right, yeah. Let's remember to put up my landing gear. At least that is a thing now, that we don't have to worry about the landing gear being down in order to get somewhere. Although I will destroy them with micrometeorite damage if I'd forget. Okay. Yes, this is such a new game. It's so cool. Internal fuel tank empty. Damn you, damn you, damn you. Oop, hang on. Do they take narcotics and stolen goods and stuff here? Yeah, narcotics are illegal. Radioactives are fine, that's okay. I don't have to worry about getting hauled up for carrying radioactive waste from my military drive in there. The MIDI sound, absolutely awesome. Yes, let's put the MIDI sound on. Try and get that music to play. The music is rather bleepy bloopy, but no, don't think it's going to work. We'll get it to work in a second. Right, don't forget to refuel. It's amazing, it does feel a little clunky now going through these interfaces compared to what we're used to in Elite Dangerous, so cannot be a bad thing. There you go. No Beta 3 yet. Sorry, Big 3. Yeah. Beta 3 is literally being uploaded to the servers now as we speak. As soon as it is up, I will get it running and demo it to you. But for the time being, we're going to carry on running through the list in there. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is player-driven interdiction now is going to be a thing in Beta 3, so we're not going to be looking around and randomly getting these encounters popping up. You're actually going to be able to see other NPCs, you're going to be able to chase them down, you're going to be able to have that happen to you, so if you're going to get interdicted, you're going to have plenty of warning to do it and run away. So that is going to be really, really cool. Just no jobs around here. No jobs. Nobody wants to play with me. Right, let's get back deep into federal space. Da 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 da. Awesome, there we go, we've got the music working. Proper old school. We're going way back in time before we bring you bang up to date tonight. So, let's make sure I've got the volume levels correct on there for you. Go Glue 2, yes, they've disabled boost while you've got your landing gear out. I know, it's so many times. I mean, I've done it myself as well. Exploded on the inside of a space station. Whoopsie. Yes, so fuel scooping from stars will be available as well on Beta 3, which is going to be absolutely sweet. We can get out and really explore without having to rely on that distress beacon thing. Players can own multiple ships, obviously, which is a big thing, which was toted. Another thing which I was hoping would come back is the planet visuals have taken a complete overhaul, so you're going to see different colours of liquid, atmospheric effects, surface types, volcanic features, craters, eject gas into the atmosphere and things like that, all sorts of things. So I know there was a lot of questions and comments on the forums in the last update about why the planets look so samey. Well, this is because they were just placeholders, they weren't finished. Now they're going to have more of a finished look to them in Beta 3. The planets are going to look more distinct. Asteroid belt clusters, yeah, there was a load of people asking about the asteroid belts in Beta 2. You could see them on the system map, you couldn't actually target them and go to them, so obviously they're going to be put in as well. Yay! Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Gotta love MIDI. The autopilot of death is going to take me in whilst I just get through the rest of the list on here. Nebulae added to the galaxy map and the sky map, so we're going to start to see various nebulae as well. Ooh, is it going to... No, it's okay, it's going to get me in. Status panel now shows your faction reputation, improved range display, missions for philanthropy added, partial name searching on the galaxy map, which is a handy thing because there's so many names which are similar. Trying to find one of those ALP systems was like a needle in a haystack. And additional ships added to the loading screen, which is a nice touch because a lot of people were asking about it's like, oh, I've got an ASP, why am I seeing a Sidewinder still on the loading screen? Well, there you go, now you're going to see different ships, which is cool. So, awesome stuff coming in. That's just the main features that are coming in. So many fixes and tweaks. I'm not going to bore you all to death with all of them, but so many things. I'm going to pick out some of my favourite things in there. Really cool list of changes on there. You can see the guys have been really hard at work putting it all together for us. Oh, no missions. Let's wait 24 hours, see if it goes, man. Montax, yeah, you've got to be at work in 2 hours. Oh no! I'm hoping Beta 3 will drop within the hour. I'm hoping it will. I honestly, fingers crossed. I don't know how much it's going to take, but they're getting pretty proficient with their server restarts and everything now, so fingers crossed. No packages, nothing of interest, nothing to take anywhere, no jobs. I suppose this is the issue. Now that I've reached elite ranking, there is not much else for me to do right now. Where can we go that might have a little bit of piracy? Ooh, anarchy. Sweet. There we go. Help, help, my ship is broken down. KJ Crow, yes, that list is ridiculously huge. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to store it in my head, but it's insane. A whole bunch of stability fixes have gone in there for various things, the game client, networking code, things like that. Oh, here we go. Ooh, 3 pirates in one go. Sweet, all in little sideys. Come back, sidey. Come and play. Whee! Pew! 1 sidey. Come on. You'll never take me alive. Pew! Oops, you've got to be there somewhere. There you are. Hello. Come on. Ducking and weaving. He does not want to go down, does he? Oh, glitch in this version. Makes him jump around a little. Boom! Not exactly the best take on that, but never mind. Ed! Ed is here! Greetings, Commander! We're just having a bit of a nostalgia trip whilst we go through the changelog. Plus, I need to neutralise my speed. Flight assist on! They're just catching up on you. Yeah. See, what do you don't like about it? It's great. Look at all the pixels. Pixels, vector art. You gotta love it. Ooh, 25 kilometers. Bring it. Come on, bring it. Bring it, pirate. So, those of you who don't know, Ed is our lovely community manager from Frontier. Everyone say hi to Ed. Come on, pirate. Come on. He's coming. Pew, 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 pew. Da, 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 da. Oh, come on. There we go. I'd say you should do it. Better refuel. Now, does this place... Yes, I've got atmospheric shielding. Always forget the atmospheric shielding. Help, help, my ship is broken down. Help, help. See, this is one of the things, actually, if I can get to show you on the map and give you the... It's going to be hard to see at this resolution. Let's just see if I can, and scale it up. So here on the lower resolution you can see it. So I'm the kind of purple dot with the white dot roughly in the center there, and if I accelerate time slightly you'll be able to see all those little dots that are encroaching on my space. That's kind of the idea that we're going to see for the interdiction sort of thing, is you're going to see other ships gradually coming in on your scanner when you're in super cruise speed. So it's in keeping with this version, this prequel to the game, which is going to be really cool to see that come to life. It's great when you see all these little things that's finally come into Elite Dangerous that kind of remind me of the old games. It's so cool. You know, the first time we did that jump and we jumped right in front of the star, and it's like, this is just like Elite was on the Spectrum. This is so cool. Good job. Is Ed the guy that stole my job? I'd never had a job at Frontier. I don't know why people think that. I don't work for Frontier. I'm just their biggest fan. Come, there we go. Dun, dun. Warning, your ship is under attack. Oh, these little kestrels. Oh, there we go. Pew, pew. Pew. Oh, these things are... There we go. The hitbot detection on these little kestrel fighters are so tiny. Little falcon, I think that was. Oh, there he is, right on cue. Yes, I am in no way related to David Braben. Don't know where these rumours come from. It's you, Ian, you start these rumours. Bixby, dust off the Amiga! Yes, dust off the Amiga! I got it out on the weekend to show my boys, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. Fantastic machine, the old Miggy. Ooh, I think it started a lot of us off on this career path, didn't it? Oh, they're getting a bit bigger now. It's an adder. I think he had a class 4 pulse laser on him then. So the thing about this little tiny crate fighter like this, obviously that won't really be a thing now. You can see some of the new AI in Elite Dangerous where those AI pilots won't even bother attacking you if they see your rating. They just turn and flee. And that's something obviously we don't see in this. Just little tiny crates taking their pot shots at an elite pilot. Doesn't make sense, does it? Obviously that's going to be a lot better now. This is one of my favourite tracks. I love it. Little tiny ships it's like hitting a bullet with another bullet. Oh, there you go, gotcha. Dum da da dum dum dum. Yes. It's all Ian's fault. He started those vicious rumours. Oh, I don't want to speed up time now. I want to listen to this track go through. Gotta da 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 da. I'll just leave that going. Ba, 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 ba. I love the original Frontier theme tune, which I am. Yes, I am that much of a fan. It is my ringtone. So. Good question. Does the pill extend into Imperial space now, Blackbeak? You would know. Jock pants. Yes, I know that Amiga is Spanish for girlfriend, which I had many vicious comments about when I was younger. But I don't care. Yeah, it is a huge bubble. 350 light years by 37 across. Absolutely massive. Big stick. I'm hoping that it will extend backwards further into kind of the old worlds and things like that. That might give us a bit of a taste of the Imperial space and stuff like that. Fingers crossed. I hope that's the direction it goes in. The Stone Fox. This is Frontier Elite 2. This I do have first encounters available, but for me this one works a lot better. This is the GL patch, which allows me to run it in higher resolution. Blackley, you can't. Why can't you reverse engine? You should be on the servers pulling that stuff down. You should be in all of the servers hacking their RAMs. Ed, what is my favourite feature coming into Beta 3? Good call. I want to say mining, because this is something that I've really been looking forward to for a long time, but for Beta 2, exploration was the big thing I was looking forward to. And then when I could see the outfitting and all the upgrades and things, I got addicted to doing that. So I think it is going to be mining. I'm going to try it, but I'm sure I'm going to find something else I am absolutely going to love in Beta 3. I cannot wait to play it. probably just wandering around Nebula, just oh pretty with the Oculus on, just oh, that's so cool. Ashendora, yeah, the Amiga version of the sound effects were a lot better than the PC version, I must admit. I think this was originally taken from the Atari ST version, reverse engineered for GL. Still pretty cool though. I mean, I just like the fact that the GL rendering can upscale to a higher resolution with no loss of detail because it's all vector-based stuff under the hood, so that's really cool. Tomart, greetings, Commander! Oops. Just deselected my target. Jeffries. There it is, stalls. Arathon, yes. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping is going to be fun. I mean, until we can get really, really far out, it won't mean so much. I'm hoping that balance will come into play soon, but yeah, just being able to be self-sufficient and go out and explore without anyone to help you, that I can't wait. So that's definitely something that Shorty and I have been talking about. We really want to get out there and kind of team up, work cooperatively to explore. There's a couple of places on the map we want to go to, and just see if we can get there before anyone else. Not that it's a race, but I think there's just some really interesting looking places out there that we want to explore. Some great things on the map there. Simmer 1540, so philanthropy missions, I can't even pronounce it. It's basically humanitarian aid missions, that sort of thing, like, you know, more interesting diversity going into the mission system there. And that's the great thing about it, the mission systems can always be extended, and, you know, layers of missions can be added onto it. Yeah, you want the credits! Cooper Black. Yeah, it is kind of sad that we won't have planetary landings. It was, you know, one of the things that I asked about early on in the Kickstarter. I really, really wanted to see it. But I can understand exactly why it's important to do it later and do it right. It doesn't make sense. I mean, when you look at the planets on here, yeah, I mean, it's really cool. And it was mainly cool because, you know, the technology of the day was... no one thought it was up to doing something like this. Let's head over to the Barnard star system. Maybe we can just pop by the Thargoid and Fer-de-Lance on the way. But yeah, if I come back outside, we'll have a look at the planet stuff around here. And it is really, really cool. But ultimately, pretty plain, and there's not a lot to do on the planet surfaces. And that's one of the things that David's been adamant about. He wants to get that right. He wants it to be a meaningful experience to get out and explore on planet surfaces and things like that. So I'm just going to leave my landing gear down for a second because I don't trust that I'll not explode. So yeah, I mean, you've got the little cities, little satellite dish, the little dome buildings there. Obviously, whoop, gonna buzz the tower. Yeah, little trees in there and all that sort of stuff. So some interesting features and things in. But if we come up away from the surface a little, you can start to see there's mountain ranges, some really cool little effects and all that were all procedure generated and stuff like that. But really, as you start to come out, there's not really a lot past that little encampment there. You know, a couple of little pockets of mountains and things like that. Nothing much else there. And you know, it was really, really awesome for the time. I remember the first time I did it and left the surface of Ross 154, Merlin, in that system, and it was like, whoa, it's letting me do this. I can see the edge of the planet forming. It's 3D. It's like, this is insane. You know, it was so cool. But ultimately, when you get used to it, it's like that's not how a planet looks. You know, planets aren't plain surface details. I mean, yeah, I mean, we can put it down into low res mode, and you can see we've got some of the extra surface details and that sort of stuff in there. But ultimately, not a lot there to do. So it's really important that planetary landings are treated like an entire game in their own right, I think. I've waffled on for ages. Sorry, I've missed that. Sorry, I get really passionate about things. Fuel scooping on stars. No, you should be able to do it on gas giants as well. Yeah, I think that just might be missed on the list there. Definitely a possibility. It's more sensible to do it from a gas giant than it is to do it from a star. Anyway, you're going to have to find a cool enough star to do it from as the first hurdle. Ooh, Blackley, good question. Do I think there will be military missions? Maybe the dropship and the Clipper will be available if you've got enough rep with the military. That would be cool. That would be a really interesting thing to have on there, actually. I'll have to try that out. Let me come to a complete halt. I'm going to try and catch up on the questions. Sorry. Iron Boss is over 9,000 people! Over 9,000 people on the forum. That is insane. I think that's got to be a new record. Yes, I'm sorry. I desperately want to do both things. I need to split myself into several pieces. I want to help with everything, and I just not enough Crash to go around. Ashandra, yes, this character I have played for 23 in-game years, and up until very recently I had 0 on my criminal record, but once I reached Elite I just kind of like, yeah, I don't care. No one's going to touch me. The Stone Fox, yes, you could put mining machines on the surface of the planet. There's been hints and things talked about having various atmospheric probes and things like that you'll be able to fire down until we can get down onto planet surfaces. So maybe you won't need to land to drop an MB5 mining machine. You can just drop it from orbit, let it go down, and it'll be like a little shuttle coming back up. That would be nice. Fingers crossed. Clear the station area, you do not have docking permission. Yes, the number of times I've heard that by mistake. Yeah, did exactly the same in the originals as well. Bobbleheads removed. Yeah, I think they're going to standardise on how the bobbleheads work, so don't worry. Don't rage quit. Don't post anything on the forum. Sorry. Obviously, there's been talk about the bobbleheads being a little kind of nice item that you can buy back on the store and stuff like that. So I don't know the exact plan for that, but it'd be nice if they end up doing one of the entire team. Yay! That'd be cool. The Stone Fox, you did a 4-second crash takeoff. Gonna blow up some asteroids. Also just made me laugh. In Elite you got 10 credits for clearing up every asteroid, didn't you? Awesome. Heart of the Tiger, yeah, the blue Danube was used in this game, and it was ooh, no, nothing. Ah, nothing worth scooping. Damn. See, mining in beta 3. It's going to be a lot more involved. It's going to be really, really cool. Christmas tree. Mara Jaden, why take out the Christmas tree bobblehead when Christmas is coming? Yes, absolutely. Not fair. Hopefully we'll get it back. Just trying to catch up quickly. Pap ZZZ, you have easily spent over 1,000 hours playing Frontier. I would not like to count the hours of my youth spent playing this game. A lot. A heck of a lot. OMG, so many. Ooh. Let's head over to Miller Depot. This is a relatively safe system, so it should be fine to speed away. Blackley, you want a Michael Brooks bobblehead? I want one of each of the team. It would be so cool. We have to have bobbleheads. It would be so cool. Maybe we'll you know, get release out of the way, and then then afterwards we can have bobbleheads of everyone. Bum 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 bum. With mining hint, you wonder how long it will be for the first 24-hour mining for charity streams. Well, not very long, I imagine. It's absolutely fantastic to see so many people stream in the game now. It's like, it's a dream come true. It's like, when I first started doing that, it's exactly what I wanted. It was like as many people as possible streaming the game and showing people how cool it was and what was coming and how great it was going to be. And, you know, to see so many people do it, it's great. So, yeah, thank you all, commanders, thank you. The Stone Fox, yes, I did exactly that. As soon as I could afford a Panther Clipper, I was out there trying to blow up a space station just to see if you could. But yeah, you could never do it. FPS 1RS, the FPS expansion. There's been lots of talk about exactly how the FPS is going to be. They're talking basically be an EVA. You can get out around your ship at any point. So if you're floating out derelict, you can get out, repair your ship. Getting out and walking around in the stations, getting out and walking around on the surfaces, things like that. So possibilities are endless with that. There is the idea of it kind of working down. Oh, Backadecker, sorry, I've only just saw your message to dock manually. I will dock manually in a second. Yeah, so the idea is we're going to break down the scale piece by piece until there's more and more features in there. Ed, you want me to do a docking speed run? Okay, let me do what you can't do right now and save the game, and I'll do that just because. Anything worth doing here? No, probably no military, nothing. All right. Right. Set speed. It's going to be a lot easier to get to 5 kilometers. Let's just do that. Cooper Black, awesome. Yeah, I want a Haley bobblehead for Toad, specifically for Toad. That would be awesome. Right, let's get 5 clicks out roughly, give or take. That'll do. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Alright, facing away. I am looking in my rear view mirror right now. Docking clearance, there we go. Anyone timing? I'll do it with engines off just because, hey, why not? La 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 la. Whoa! Whoa! That's fast. Whee! Whoa! Getting into the dock at 500 kilometers an hour. Yes, the sense of scale is not there as it is in Elite Dangerous, definitely. I think that was under 33 seconds, or do I have to count the spinning animation? That doesn't really seem fair, does it? Do you think there will always be peer-to-peer multiplayer, or will you get a bigger MMO-style update in the distant future? It's kind of a bit of both now anyway, and I don't think there's any reason to... 20 seconds, yeah. There we go, that's out of dock. Yeah, the peer-to-peer stuff is only for network traffic when you're close to other players. So really, it does work in a lot of ways like other MMOs do, where you never know who you're going to meet when you're out and about exploring the other systems. So it's hard to think of it in terms of another game like World of Warcraft or something like that, but even World of Warcraft has got like instance areas and things like that, and it's kind of like that when you think about it. It's like wherever you end up going could be an instance with a bunch of players in, basically. The only differences between that and World of Warcraft is you're effectively using peer-to-peer traffic for better connectivity with the other players out there. So, I mean, I think the networking idea is a good concept. I think it. Is that no? Okay, that's got a location I might be able to get to. I don't want to end up stranded, which is always a possibility in this game. Let's just save. I'm just gonna pick around the systems. No crash and take off with under 4 seconds. Oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah, you can just turn your engines off and reverse straight into the dock. See, look, engines off. I could have slammed into it, but hey, that would be mean. Cosy, have I piloted the Imperial Clipper yet? I would love to. I would love to. As soon as it's up and available, I want to try it. But fingers crossed, it will be back soon. TM soon. Oh, there we go. Get rid of that one. There we go. PSRS, what about persistent features like player stations? Should that ever happen, that would need a more connected universe than now. The universe is connected. I mean, that's kind of the way that it works. You have servers which authenticate all transactions with other players. So the peer-to-peer stuff, like I said, is just like the combat stuff. But if you have, you know, some big world-changing update that occurs, then that is authenticated with the servers anyway, so it's not it only happens to you in your instance with your friends. The servers will be aware that you've decided to set up base or whatever you decided to do. So it all gets authenticated with the servers, so it will work. It is a weird concept, it's unique. I think it's interesting. It's nice to see that Frontier are doing something which hasn't been tried before. It's a completely different model to network play, so I think it's the moment of concentration then. It wasn't enough. Have I blown anything else up? No. Right, there's somewhere I can go to repair. Okay, that went wrong. Ramming AI. See? Everyone complaining about ramming AIs. It used to happen back then. You know, one would say that is faithful to the original. Concentrating next. I don't want it to happen again. 41% hull damage from a single ship blasting into me. This hull damage isn't quite as bad now in Elite Dangerous. You know, if you do get someone ramming you, it's not always instant death. It usually does a lot of shield damage first. Ah! Damn you! Right, I'll wait for him to start shooting at me. Will Booty 3 will Beta 3 make it easier to follow friends? I find it's easy enough to follow friends at the moment now anyway, but if you talk about like physically staying connected with them, then I think that should be now with the interdiction modules and things like that, and definitely some work would have went into making that better anyway, so sorry about that. Sorry if I've missed all your questions, trying to catch up. Malcos DK, yes, I have tried comms with other players in the game, and it works really, really well for me. I love it, just the kind of the layered effects that get on top of it is really, really cool. Arathon, yes. Honestly, this is not the Mac version of Elite Dangerous. Oh, crikey. Trying to ram me again. Da 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 da. Whoosh. That jousting quite often ends up getting stuck in that stalemate. Nature of it really, with the AI was relatively simplistic in it would basically just aim for you and thrust most of the time. Gotcha. There we go. Right. Montuxer, yeah, collisions happen, that is a good point. Space jousting, coming to you live. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, we've got 3 guys on us now. See, I might be able to survive the encounter, but it's not going to be worth it financially. I mean, that first collision is going to ruin me. Even if I do get bounties. I don't think I've got a radar map on here actually, so I'm not going to collect any bounties. Damn it. Come on. Thrust away. Gotcha. One down. Cozzy, was that an eagle? No, that was, I think it was a falcon that just rammed into me. Ridiculous velocity. Let's try and neutralise my speed a little bit. Back attacker, yeah, I think that was one of the things listed on the Beta 3 changelog was improved AI avoidance, so that is really cool. I mean, there's other things that can be done as well. I mean, I've seen it in other games where you end up with that kind of possibility of NPC things, cars and whatnot, clashing into you. There's often a fudge factor introduced where their damage that they do to you is limited, but the damage you do to them is magnified, and I don't see who hit me then. Damn, there we go. That was Iron Man. 23 in-game years. See, that's why I'm thinking Iron Man might just be a step too crazy for me. Let's try it again. I think the release is probably going to be better than Beta 2, to be honest, because it's already going at the moment. It's already up there, so it's just a matter of getting it downloaded and everything as soon as it's available. So, fingers crossed, everything is going smoothly. Just one of those things, really, is just getting used to that. Damn you all to heck. There we go. Okie dokie. Yeah, PC sound effects, horrible. I probably could get the Amiga version working, but it doesn't work so well on the stream. Just as I read Darren's post there, greetings Commander Grey, how you doing? Yeah, you had an Amiga 1200. Wow, Jow. I can't talk to you now. Always wanted the 1200. I had the 600, great little machine. Couldn't afford the 1200. Would have loved it. Alex is right. Yes, this is Elite 2, but it is the Atari ST version re-engineered to use OpenGL graphics, which is why I can up the resolution to practically any scale I want. That was a great thing about the vector graphics. I love it. I know I've waffled on about it too much. I love the way that the vectors were used in the original game. Ooh. There we go. Incoming. See, I kind of missed that. But then I suppose with interdictions, that's what we're going to get in there. We're going to get that little warning going off. Boom. Sharpshifter, greetings, Commander. Great to have you here. We're in the nostalgic run-up to Beta 3. Yes, I couldn't resist. Yeah. What else could I play, honestly? I mean, of all the games I've got in my ridiculously large Steam collection, what else could I play besides Frontier Elite 2? Blackly, looking forward to the premiere event. Heck yeah, I'm looking forward to the premiere event. I've been, just couldn't wait. You know, even before I knew if I was going, I was like, I just can't wait to see it and see everything that comes out of it. But yes, excited. Yes, just a little bit. Oh, Montexia, don't dredge up old demons. Don't get the Atari ST and Amiga debate going on now. I'm not going to go there. Pew pew. Oh, here we go. 2 new guys. Run away, run away. Come on, come on. Oh, damn, damn. Like I said, little glitch in this version because of the reverse engineering wasn't 100% perfect, so it occasionally stuffs that up. Yeah, Cozzy's right there. Actually, Kate Russell has put her +1 ticket up for auction. So if you still want to make it to the premiere event for Elite Dangerous, and even though the tickets are sold out, there is still one on eBay. Go look, go check it out. The Stone Farks. I don't really know a great deal more, but I know that it is going up now. All the servers are being updated right this second, so it literally is a case of just we have to wait until all those uploads get done, really, and everyone can get it downloaded again. So Cooper Black play first encounters. I probably could. If you bear with me a sec, I'll see if I can figure out how to get on there. The AGA chip, awesome. Yeah, I only wish they managed to get the AAA chip out in time, but sadly it wasn't to be. We could have been in a completely different environment now if Commodore didn't suffer the death that they did and actually managed to succeed. But never mind. Bygones be bygones. Ooh, this must be a Cobra. Yes. Oh. Aww. Yes, fortunately the combat in Elite Dangerous is a little bit more challenging. Yeah, this was the thing with the Newtonian physics in FE2 was great, but once you got the knack of it, there was really no challenge there. Gozzy! Greetings! Thargoids, yes, we might be able to get some Thargoids attack us if I load up one of the other versions. That would be fun. Let me see what I can do for that situation now. It's worth a shot. I can try and do it for you. Cooper Black, you've never seen First Encounters. I can start a whole new game for you, and we can play it along together. Let me just quickly switch over. Let's try and quickly load that up for you. You can guarantee we will get quickly into it, and then looks like a 50 megawatt. That's loud. No, that I was actually running the 30 megawatt mining laser then. I have no idea what that Cobra had. Oops. This is annoying. I'm still here. Don't worry. Are we gonna get it? There we go! And I'm back in the room. There we go. Let me just drag myself out of the way. There we go. Awesome. Just like that. Magic. First encounters for you folks. So let's start a whole new game. So this is the Direct 3D remake. Let's start on Merlin. Awesome. I've got so many versions of Frontier and the various remakes. It's crazy. It's really crazy. PS1 RS, yeah, the Star Dreamer thing, it's kind of here and there. I mean, Super Cruise kind of takes the place of that. Star Dreamer was only really any use for travelling, yes, you could kind of get yourself into interesting positions to, you know, watch moons rise and all that kind of stuff, but really with Super Cruise you can kind of move yourself into a position, take a nice screenshot and move away again anyway, and it's questionable whether or not it changes much really, other than that. Sharpshifter, yes, Pioneer is a good remake as well. We got anything we can do on here? Small package of Barnard Star. Awesome. Solar homing missiles. Solar scanners. Solar. But the only thing we can do... I honestly forgot what kind of ship we start off with. Is it still an eagle? Animal meat. I don't even need to check. I just played it so much. Yes, it is an eagle you start off with. Oh, that's so cool. Obviously updated models for this particular version. Yes, I just have to turn it off because it is great. Alton Towers, yes. That's absolutely right, yeah, it always reminds me of Alton Towers. Right, let's get launch clearance then. Oh, I've lost my menu icons. There we go. Oh, I need to reverse up down. Where is reverse up down? Gotta have that on, others, reverse up down. There we go, that's better. Cool. We are on our way, folks. Yeah, I haven't beaten your record. I'm obviously taking longer than 4 seconds to crash, so don't worry about that. Ah, yeah, I didn't take the race mission, sorry. Blackley, don't spread vicious rumours. There is enough crazy vicious rumours going about. Ah, look at that. The nostalgia. I love that. Zooming away from the planet's surface. But again, like I was saying earlier, you know, it looks really, really cool, but not a lot to do down there on the surface. It's kind of the, you know, it's like when you look at Kerbal Space Program, they've kind of got the same problem really, is that it's fantastic, you can do all that, you can zoom away, but the only really area of detail in KSP is the Space Center. There's nothing else on the planet yet, and it kind of spoils the whole effect of the game. Obviously that's going to change once they finish it. It's still in beta as well. Awesome beta that. If you haven't played KSP, go try it out. I love that game. I've sunk literally over 220 hours in it. Alex Fair, yes, if you can be on Twitch on the 22nd November, it's going to be awesome. The Elite Dangerous premiere event is going to be live streamed for those who can't make it, so definitely check that out. Still no update on the server yet. I keep clicking that F5 button. Okie dokie. Let's get our ass to Mars, so to speak. Barnard Star specifically. But are we far enough away? No, we're not far enough away yet. I've got the song in my head now. Surely I should be... Uh-oh, I can't see the text because it's full. No, I haven't properly configured this game, so yeah, the text is dropping off the bottom. The icons on the HUD have not been updated because I've tried to install some patches and whatnot. Nope, lots of bleeps and bloops, but nothing is working for me yet. Son of a... There we are, that's it. That took a while for that to show up. There's the hyperspace button. Freaky Slender. What is the 22nd now? Yes, the 22nd of November is the Elite Dangerous premiere event. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be live Twitch streaming from the event. It's going to be great just to meet all of the crazy fans like me. Ah, it's going to be good fun. Cannot wait for that. Where is my map? There we go. There's the map key. It's kind of oop. Ah. See, without the icons on. Of course, the icons in First Encounters were different to the icons you had in. You know, the HUD layout was completely different to what you had in Frontier Elite 2, and I'm so used to playing FE2 that I cannot get used to doing this. There we go. It's like reminding yourself to drive a different type of car all over again. Autopilot, there we go. Yep, that's correct. Sorry, yep, that name of that song was In the Hall of the Mountain King, yes. Doomsu. Yeah, I think you're right there. It's a nice synergy to see the Rift and Elite Dangerous at the same time. Yes, you like the new graphics in Beta 3? It's so cool. It's so awesome. Right. Animal meat. Sweet. That's a good profit. Good profit there. Let's buy ourselves some fuel. I can probably afford some robots. Just fill up on fuel. See, you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm heading for the milk run. You've got to do it. No, I'm not heading that way. Nothing, nope. Nothing to see here. Move along. There we go. Sharpshifter, wonder if they do an Elite Dangerous Oculus Rift bundle. Crazier things have happened. Oh no, Gandar, you've just installed your Hot Ass and now you've got nothing to play because Elite's not out yet. Being patched as we speak, sir, do not fret. It will be available soon, DM. Montuxia, yes, I would love to see Brian Cox play Elite. I have been like trying to hint and nag for him to get involved, but yeah, he's probably going to just get a restraining order on me first, so whoops. I think he would love it, personally. Right, where are we? I have jumped into the system, Lord knows where. Oh, might as well head to the capital. And I can't be bothered to land. There we go. Whee! Autopilot for the win. See, this is when you see this side by side with Elite Dangerous, you kind of understand why Super Cruise and not having an autopilot is an important thing, really, because there's no gameplay in between that transition from you jump into a system and haze, you travel that distance from A to B. It's only that kind of where you're being attacked. Now when you get into Super Cruise and you see those interdictions and you see those ships coming in on your scanner and they're chasing you down in Super Cruise speeds, that's a more interesting piece of gameplay rather than just clicking the autopilot button and just leaving it. You know what I mean? That it all starts to make sense when you see all of these things come together, and it's, you know, it's what I've been kind of advocating for a while, but it's hard to see until it all comes into play. Sterling, yes, the galaxy map. I love showing people the galaxy map in Elite Dangerous. It just boggles the mind every time you look at the damn thing. It's like, how on earth is that even possible? The sheer scale of it. Computers, so we're going to get a good price. Anyone want any? Double the value. I would love to go to the Ross 128 system, but I know you're not going to give me the pass that I need to do that. No, nothing. Okay, right, well, sell them for market value, which is still going to be a ridiculous profit. Cha-ching! That's the way, we like it, Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah, that would be cool to see him play it. What do you think of this? Just trying to catch karaoke crash. No, and that is definitely something which is not happening at the premiere event. Cool. Right. Luxury goods is what I want. Can't afford many of them on the way back, but still. We'll soon be making big profits on the milk run. Come on. Hyperspace away. Yeah, see, mass locking was implied, but never specifically. Oh. It was more so inferred in this game. I will get the right key in a second. There it is. Gee whiz, it doesn't help that all the backgrounds are identical in this version. I really should get the graphics properly sorted on this. I've played around with it, but I've not properly changed it. Simmer 1540. Yes, I do look like a bobblehead. Oh, Toad, you're gonna have to share that meme with us. I would click on your link, sir, but I'm afraid it might interfere with the streaming, so I will save that for later. And I've just deselected my target because I'm a moron. There we go. It was all too easy to do that by mistake. Context sensitive clicking and all that. Cozzy, I can't remember. I know that was something that people were asking for, having a star map in the premium box, but I don't see how that's going to work well. I mean, obviously with the star map behind me, it was two-dimensional. It kind of fit the game. Okay, it worked. And I've lost the... Hang on, there we go. Yeah, so it worked quite well. And I'm just going to dock manually. But yeah, when you've got like a three-dimensional thing, I mean, how the heck are we going to have a star map for that in the box unless it's 3D printed or something, you know? That would be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. the elites, whoops. Doomsooth, yeah, good point. Yeah, we just have a little 3D printed version of the galaxy. There you go. There's your star map. Figure that out. No, I do recall something being said like way back when from like the Kickstarter time. The idea of a star map. It was something that was asked for. Now, whether or not it was well thought out, or whether it was just kind of like we'll see what we can do sort of comments, I've got a vague recollection that that was the basic answer to it, because I think it was at the time they couldn't really tell us that, well, hey, actually the star map would be so hugely complicated that, you know, there's no way you could really print it. But we'll see. It'd be nice, whatever you get in the box set. I think it's going to be nice to see it. Right, now we can probably have a full quotient of. Oops, that's the one. Only 1 ton, so let's sell up that extra fuel. No, I'll keep it just in case. Extra robots. Jazz hat, yeah. I swear it was confirmed somewhere. I can't remember reading it anywhere though. It was a long time ago. It was a heck of a long time ago, the Kickstarter. Where are we? Are we way out there? We might visit Earth. Here we go. So of course the Earth in First Encounters was, well, the original version anyway, not this version, was smoggy and smoky and really horrible and just not a very nice place to visit. And the lore of the game was used to explain that away. That obviously we'd polluted the heck out of our planet, which is not surprising for humans. That's what we're like. But oh, what will Earth be like in the final release? Want to know, want to see it. A lot of people, I think, are going to just make a beeline straight for the Sol system. I think as soon as the release is out, everyone wants to see what it's going to look like. You might not like it. Clearance granted. Oh, there you go, Cozzy, you found it. Awesome. DRM-free Collector's Premium Box Edition. It includes a t-shirt, I backed Elite Dangerous, an A3 star map, and a paperback copy of the official sequel to the Dark Wheel. Sweet, there you go. That's what we should get. Everyone's falling asleep waiting for the beta. F5, F5, F5. Mr. Matt 2002. Why won't we like Sol? It's more of a case you might not like how the Earth looks. You never know what's going to happen. Secrets, secrets, secrets. No, I cannot confirm nor deny the solar system will look like that. That's just crazy. Nicomac, yeah, that's probably a good estimate. I mean, obviously Mars was terraformed. It's now kind of like the federal capital, really, and Earth, yeah, it's probably going to have very high sea levels, and it's going to be a complete wasteland. Absolutely. Oh, good point there, Mr. Grey. I didn't realise that Mars would have more of a purple-grey hue to it. Didn't realise that that was the case. Let's put the music back on. It's rather loud and it's can be quite obnoxious, but as long as it's not interfering with what you guys... Oh, no, I don't want to do that, I want to save it. Wow, responsive key presses on here. How do I get back to there we go. Da-da-la-la, dee-dee-dee. Gotta love the glitches. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee. A message to the van main star. Ooh, should I take that? I will get my my pass for going there. I really should do that. Alright, let's check that out in a second. Yeah, let's head over that way. Might be a little bit risky. Do I need a permit? Do I need a permit? A permit. Don't like the sound of that. I swear that place needs a permit, but I'll check that out later. Lots of fuel. No, Ed, I have not seen the pizza box Coriolis. Obviously, Adam and Ed are very busy right now. You have to put up a link to that. Can't I get this damn thing to work? Lots of bleeps and bloops and not a lot else going on. Come on. Come on, landing gear. Can't get the damn thing to work. Dr. Bobbins, yes, that changelog is insane! I can't get the... There we go. Why is that not... Now suddenly the wheels work. Click away from the window, click back to the window. That lets me do it. Who knew? Da, 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 da. Oh, I'll click on that Twitter link. Hang on, 2 seconds, I want to see this. There we go. Let's grab it, let's grab it, let's grab it. That's hilarious. Oh, that is awesome. I gotta favourite that. Obviously, waiting for those servers to update is tedious, tedious work. Yeah, definitely dock that in under 33 seconds. Yeah, the latest launcher should be ended in 1436, which is what I've currently got now. I don't believe there is a new one. Not yet, anyway. You never know. We need automatic tweets sent out, I think, to show us that where the servers are and if they're updated. 1436. Did the pizza request docking clearance before attempting to land? Yeah, there's currently no client installed version, so don't worry about that. No need to F5 or overplace people. Not yet, yeah, the launcher is effectively, I mean, it's a beta product as much as the rest of the game, so it's kind of being independently updated and everything. You don't necessarily have to have the exact launcher which is there at the moment, because it's, you know, bouncing over it. I never upgraded to the 1435 version or 36 version for beta 2. I didn't need to. It was working quite happy without it anyway, so... Ah! The first encounter's alternate theme tune. Sweet! Anyone need any liquor? Nope. Nope. Oh well. We get a good price for it. Luxury goods. And a smeg ton of robots. And I can probably get rid of my atmospheric shielding now. Yeah, sell it. We don't need it. It's an extra ton. Tom Art, where's your Crash t-shirt? Were we working on one? Sorry, just trying to catch up. Intense docking music, it sure is. Let's get our gear up. There it is. I will get used to these key bindings again. Oh, I wonder if we're close to Jupiter. Let's take a visit to Jupiter. Solmart, you're in Minecraft fishing. Shorty absolutely loves Minecraft, and fishing is one of her favourite activities to do in it. And I think that's, you know, like I said several times before, is like the idea of mining in Elite. It's great because it's one of those peaceful pastimes. It doesn't really take it. It's not intense. It doesn't take a lot of brain power. You just chill. You can sit back. You can just pop away at the mining laser, and you know, just enjoy every second. So mining, I'm definitely going to enjoy. Jupiter does look a lot prettier there with the patches I have on. I do need to fix them though. You can see there's several graphics glitches. So we are coming up 20 past 9 now. Server update was started at 7:30, so 9:30 will be 2 hours. Oh yeah, this is proper 80s. Like it. Now I've got a hold full of robots who guarantee someone will want computers. Nope. No one wants anything. Damn. Much money left there. Jockpad's axle for all he does for him. Ah, yeah, I remember the docking computer on these older versions was not great. Send you careering into the side of the station. It's doing it again for some reason. I can't get my gear up. Yeah, I've got the direct 3D patched up versions, all sorts of improvements to the planet textures you can see there, all that sort of business. Does mean that I've got all sorts of UI glide as well, which is unfortunate because it's kind of annoying. Things don't always work the way they should. Oh, public Minecraft server. I really want to play. No, I can't play Minecraft. No, I play too much Minecraft. Third-person view has been branded around. The concept has been touched on several times about the idea of having little drones you can get out and see the outside of your ship whilst you're playing, but to not allow those in combat, effectively for them to be useless in combat. So they, you know, it's literally just to allow you to view your ship. It's not in, as far as I know, at the moment. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have, so we can take nice screenshots. But I don't think it's. I don't think it's an important feature for the game to be playable, really. It's kind of like when you look at. Oh, can I select it yet? No, still can't select it. That is annoying. landing gear down. Ah, never mind. A few micro meteorites, you know. Fine, fine. Oops. There's a target selected. Oh, I think I know what's happened, but I can't remember the keys to take it out of this. There it is. That's what I was doing. Okay, F5 puts me into the combat orientation mode, and that basically stuffs everything up. Because the whole thing cannot deal with combat mode and navigation mode at the same time. That's what I did. F5. Don't press F5. Sharpshifter. I don't know about whether custom t-shirts are going to be a taboo at the premiere event. I've definitely got a huge selection, but it's I think the dress is going to be more smart casual anyway, really, so t-shirts might not be a thing, but it's worth asking. Fire it up on the forums, maybe. Ask Ed if Ed's not passed out because he's been working like 24 hours or however long it is now he's been in the office, if he's still about. Full on tux, yeah. Gotta look the part. Braveheart, yes! I should get an official commander outfit, shouldn't I? I would love that. I've actually said that if they did ever make a commander onesie in the style of the character sat in the seat in Elite Dangerous, I would definitely be up for buying that. Anything to do for the military? Not that I fancy with this little ship. Oops. Saddle those Lux goods. The stone box, you wear a pilot's hat when you stream Elite Dangerous. Awesome. Oh, I love it. Follow Sarah. I've got to see that next time you're online. Yeah, sure, yeah. Put a link up of any of your stuff on there. Not a problem at all. There we go. Launch away! Volabons drops away! Has this thing gone into combat mode again? Yes, it has. Wait, bear with me 2 seconds. Lost the webcam. Muttley, yes, that pizza docking thing is awesome. Whereabouts am I? Miles away from anywhere again. Let's go to the moon. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. I did watch Wayne's World the other day and it's stuck in my head again. Yeah, full-on hardcore particle effects for that hyperspace animation there. So this is what you get in Beta 3. It's awesome. Yeah, Back is right with that. All human players are part of the Pilots Federation. Hence, it's an automatic bounty for attacking one of them. Cosy, I'm not sure about the federal dropship actually. It looks like more of a military type vessel, so. Feedback. I am listening to slightly updated versions of the in-game music that came with this all those years ago, back in like 94, 95, whenever it was. Just MP3 versions of those sounds. Alex says, yeah, the AI do have ranks, but that doesn't affect the... how can I put it? There's the Pilots Federation basically means that you're in this little covenant, this guild almost sort of thing. I don't like to use the word guild because that gives a different image, but you're part of this group where, you know, you're kind of looked after by everyone. NPCs are not, so they're kind of free game if you attack them, sort of thing. It's just like, yeah, they're cannon fodder effectively. That's what they're there for. But human players are kind of protected by this thing. If you attack another human player, it's seen as bad. You're attacking another person from this group that you're part of and protecting you. That's how that works. The ranking is an independent thing, so whatever elite rank that pilot has is completely separate to that, and it's just literally a kind of combat proficiency rating. I think Dooms has just explained that just by the time I got through. Delay in the chat again, killing everything. Commander Strongbow, yes, that was something that a lot of people have been asking for a while, was to give some visual indication of something being behind the planet rather than in front of a planet, so I think everyone's going to be glad to see that change. Oh, computers! No computers! Damn you! Always happens to me. I'm carrying the opposite type of cargo. Always have robots or computers. No. Tempted to salve the autopilot and see if I can just cruise around without it, but nail is suicide, I think. It's doable. I could do it, but it takes a lot longer. Salamar, yeah, Bakadaka's answer, yeah. The whole idea of the solo mode is that you can basically just play by yourself, effectively, just NPC pilots. You will get the updates from the servers and things like that to give you, you know, the interesting information about stock prices changing and wars breaking out and all that kind of interesting stuff will happen. But you will not see another human player in that situation. Let's pop to Birmingham World. Whoops, getting reverse man. Rear view mirror. Cosy solo mode. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy to play in either mode. It doesn't bother me at all, really. I'm not too fussed exactly how it's gonna pan out one way or other. Then a lot of people are saying that it's you know, if you're playing one way or the other, that it kind of shouldn't pass over, but I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. On the grand scheme of things, I might have an off day, or I just want to turn off the world sort of thing, and you have days like that sometimes. I think the beauty of it is we can literally play it any way we want to play it. That's the thing I like. You know, if I'm having a bad day and I don't want to talk to the world, then I can quite happily just shut everything out if I want to. But I won't be doing that very often. Most of the time I'll be out there seeing other players, because it'll give a real thrill when you see other players. Absolutely will. Two hours, where's the updates? Where's the update? So I imagine the servers are in the process of restarting now. I'll just check the hang on, let's get myself heading over. Do you know what? I haven't been to Mercury in a while. I know there's a space station around Mercury. Daedalus, there he is. Not done it again, haven't I? Autopilot. 10 AU away. Let's just quickly check to see if the servers are back up. No, these servers are not displaying the latest version yet. Sorry folks, false alarm. Remember half of these ones. It's got to be this one. We want you for Adventures Unlimited. Computers again. I should have bought computers. Damn it, computers! Urgh! Damn you! Curse you, laws of probability. Still, making a pretty penny here. Let's oogle at some ships. What have we got? Ah, look, the shuttle! I really hope we see at least a mock-up of the shuttle on Elite Dangerous. I love that thing. Totally useless, but just excellent to look at. Yeah, right, I don't think anyone is going to be able to completely explore the universe in Elite Dangerous. Insane. The Lifter! Another equally useless ship, but it holds a special place in my heart. Gotta love it. I'd love to see some variant of these. The Asp Explorer, look at that. Ain't she a beaut? 187,000 credits. Wow. So that might take a little while to get that far. Interesting to see how the prices vary so much to what we see now. Ah, the Mark III. Gotta love her. A pirate ship through and through. Good all-rounder. Commander Offart. What do I think of the shoot and scoop mining mechanic, and will we get classes of mining lasers to create different sizes of chunks to scoop? I think it's interesting. You know, I think the mining in this was always kind of limited by what the technology allowed, so it's nice to see that a lot of thought has gone into how it works. You're not just going to get magic cargo canisters pop out of the asteroid. You know, you are going to get chunks of rock that you need to process, fit into little empty canisters and things like that, and then you can take them to places to further refine them and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. I like the sound of that. I don't know whether we're going to be getting more mining lasers, you know, different types, different classifications. I imagine there will be different ones. I don't know what their effect would be, and bigger chunks is really going to be down to what your scoop can handle rather than your laser. So interested to see what all that mining equipment's going to be. I know I got rather obsessed with the available mining equipment in Beta 2, so, not mining equipment, but the various categories of outfitted equipment you can get in Beta 2. So, if mining introduces a whole host of things as well, I know I'm just going to be... Oh, I'm not going to draw myself away from it. Ah, gotta love her, the Panther Clipper. Yes, fill her up with shields and squash everyone like flies against your windscreen. Excellent. Constrictor, nice, yeah, nice little middle ground one there. The Mantis Transport. Don't think I ever bothered to upgrade to one of these. Kind of reminds me of Starbug out of Red Dwarf. Adder, not bad. So I'm thinking we're going to have to work up to 180,000 credits, so we're going to have to get something smaller in between, a little Viper or something maybe. Right, did I fill up? No, I haven't got no hydrogen fuel. Let's get some hydrogen fuel. Buy some luxury goods. And let's get the rock out of here. Oh, Sterlino, don't encourage Ian. He spreads those rumors. Salmaris, it's a kind of partial wipe your wealth, so the cost of your ship, equipment, and your current credits will be transferred over in a lump sum back to you, but your ship that you've got and everything else is going to be reset. It's just the nature of it, and of course when the release comes later this year, then everything will be reset. You'll lose absolutely everything. It'll all be back to start for everyone, completely fresh start. Which is only fair. You know, I have been kind of half tempted to just wipe my save game just because, you know, it doesn't really have that much effect on anyone. As soon as the game's released, of course, then it's going to be mad rush, gold rush to get out there and be the first one to like 1 billion credits or something insane. I'm not entertaining that stupid rumour. Montuxia, yeah, you're right. Experimentation time at the moment. After Gamma, it will be everything will be persisted over. They'll have to take further steps to ensure that everything gets persisted over between updates. Which, you know, is definitely possible, and they've kind of proven that it's possible with transferring credits and stuff over. It's just going to be a case of a bit more work to make sure all information per player is transferred over in each update. Don't worry. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, a couple more options. That's what we've got now. The Lion Transport. Something is happening. Something is happening. Alex, you can't just come on and say something is happening. Oh, Commander Strongbow, yeah, the Mac port is planned for shortly after release, so it'll be, you know, you're looking at first or second quarter next year, the Mac release will be out. Obviously most of the work is done in actual building the content and everything, and then transferring the engine over to that is it's still a substantial piece of work, but it's less than building the entire game from the outset. The Wyvern Explorer. Sweet! That looks pretty cool. Nice little fighter. Like the look of that one. Oh, you can log on. Okie dokie, the authentication server's back up then, but the content servers are not allowing us to update the latest one. Cool, the game is back up. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can save this a bit quick then. And we will try... Might as well leave that. We'll leave that music. We'll leave that going whilst we fire this up. Reminds me of Cannon Fodder a little bit. Elite Dangerous Classic, nice. We'll try and connect at least. Right. Here. Nope. Nothing. Nothing yet. Your client is too new. Who knew? Still 206. Still 206 at the moment. My client is too new. Wasn't expecting to have to use this so soon, but there we go. Let's get this back up. Crash the DJ, the elite DJ, yeah. And now we're taking you right back in time. Yeah, until the launcher starts showing update on there, I don't think there's much point getting too worried about it. There's still hours left in the day, don't worry. Yeah, and I expect the guys will be working for the next 3 days solid on the various bug fixes and updates. It always happens. I mean, it is the nature of development, you know, this is the thing. It's, for me, it's what I expect to happen, but I know it's not obvious to a lot of people. This is what happens when you develop something, you know, that you can never fully test every single situation and possibility right out of the gate, so these things happen. Let's have a go at incursion. I haven't done it in ages, and I'm probably going to suck at it. So let's have a go at incursion. Incoming hostile. Oh, this feels different after playing that with the mouse for so long.
Under attack.
I think I like it. Nice. Ah, that's better. That's better. So smooth. 60 frames per second. I want a 4K monitor. Toad, I'm so jealous. Yeah, 4K looks lush, I must admit. Ooh. Ooh. That looks different. Have we snuck some sneaky server-side updates that gone in? I didn't even realise.
Target shields offline.
Shields offline. Oh, come on. Oh, you son of a... Getcha. I'm gonna get you, Mr. Fetty. I'm gonna get you, little Fetty. Oh, come on, don't boost away, you wuss. Come on. Oh, come on. Gotcha.
Target destroyed.
Oh, here comes another. I might just have to pause this in between so I can catch up on you. Hopefully you're not chatting too much when I'm... The pride of Lave. Come on then. I'm gonna get your little sighting. Ah, that was it. Cat from Red Dwarf. I'm going to get you, little fishy.
Target shields offline.
Shields offline. Come on, come on. The concentration is kicking. Go, 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 go. Come on. Oh, 28%. Come on. Oh, come on. You got to be 0.05%. You git! Don't I feel naked without a bobblehead? Oh, I miss a bobblehead. And just when I was figuring out a way of scratching my own face over token.
Target shields offline.
There we go. Boom!
Target
Headshot.
destroyed.
Red Dwarf, do love a little bit of Red Dwarf.
Under attack.
Favourite Red Dwarf moment, I think I'm going to go with a common one and say he's arguing about him destroying his 3 million year old mould in the coffee mug. Love it. I was growing that. Oh, here we go. 2 simultaneous targets. This is where it all starts to come unglued now. It's not gonna work. Come back, mister. Yeah, always have trouble with this, focusing on 2 targets at the same time. Problem is I've got to keep most of my power in my shields so the other guy doesn't take me out. And I lose power to the weapon to take this guy out, which is... Oh,
Target shields offline.
Offline. Gotcha. Right.
Target destroyed.
Now you're going down. Come back. Come back. Damascus, yeah, that's another one. Schmeek. Hey, I just can't do it, sir. Love that. Love it. Come on, come back, come back.
Target destroyed.
Another one bites the dust. Dee 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 dee. That's a good one. Are you sure you want to go to red alert? It does mean changing the bulb, sir.
Under attack.
Excellent. That and Monty Python quotes, I could go all night on that alone. Oh, you git! Always with that. No, it's not gonna go very well from here. Beam laser malfunctioned. Awesome. There we go. He's gonna take me down.
Our integrity critical.
Run away! Run away! Brave Sir Robin ran away.
Shields online. Shields online.
Feedback, yes, I would recommend the X52 Pro, of course. I should be on commission. I've probably sold quite a few. excellent stick though. It's great balance of features and price. So Systrom, I'm just literally doing the tutorial stuff at the moment, so which is completely single player. The authentication servers are back up and running, so you can at least log on. That is the main thing, but the main servers are not offering up the latest content at the moment. But we will go check that now. Let's go see. Okay, the game support forum is back up. Systems are slowly coming back online. Yeah, I tried the X52 and the 55, and I did find that the 55. I mean, it was an awesome stick, but it just felt like it was a bit too much. You know, it was like, wow, it was just so much in there. Really does feel like a professional stick. So if you're well into it, then by all means grab it, because it is a great stick. But it seemed like a little bit too much for me. So I thought I'll just go for the middle ground. I'll just get the 52. It's a nice middle ground. 12-volt man, yeah, the Microsoft force feedback sticks. What happened to those? I miss those. I've still got the Sidewinder steering wheel, which I got specifically because I wanted to play Carmageddon, which was awesome. Nothing yet. No. Probably can't do. Oh, we can do group management. Oh. Okay, so it's requesting to group management anyway. No, I'm not well into it at the moment. I wish I was well into it, but at the moment, no, I cannot get in there. There's a few other people eagerly waiting to get in as well. Sat on the main menu waiting for that red button to go white. It's not gonna happen. We need to update first. Your client is too new. Let's just check. Do you know what? I don't think I actually have sat and gone through the travel tutorial properly. Naughty, I know.